Hi, my name's Janine Pipe, and today I'm going to be reading a little bit of my story, Should Have Gone to Vegas, from our new anthology. You do realise I would literally rather be anywhere on earth than here right now. Jack looked over at Adam and smirked. His friend was huffing and puffing, displaying all too telling signs of too many beers and cigarettes and not enough fresh air and exercise. It'll do you good. Hell, it'll do us both some good. Bitching and moaning about how he'd recently watched The Ritual, and didn't Jack know what kind of sick shit went on during camping trips? Adam had tried his best to change Jack's mind about the trip. However, Jack won him over as usual, and before they knew it, they were on their way to some ramshackle old cabin that Jack's uncle owned in the middle of the Maine woodland. Uncle Smoky hadn't been out there for years, but there was the promise of yet more beer and hopefully shooting a coyote or two. Despite his reticence, being a hotshot lawyer meant many days chained to a courtroom, and Adam really needed to get away for a bit after a high-profile case that had ended horribly for his defendant. Jack was a full-time writer, and was planning his next thriller, which he'd steeped with supernatural undertones. A night or two in an old spooky cabin, coupled with Adam's snoring, should be more than enough material to feed his imagination. If this was purely for research purposes, grumbled Adam, there are plenty of very quaint and comfortable inns we could have booked. Swatting some winged mini-beast in disgust, he winced. You know I like my creature comforts. Sniggering at his city-loving buddy, Jack replied, Well, there'll be plenty of creatures out here, ma'am, and most of those so-called haunted inns are just tourist traps anyway. Stomping through the overgrown bush and fighting back wayward branches, they finally reached the cabin Uncle Smoky had been so goddamn proud of. That's it! Adam looked over at Jack, thinking if it wasn't for the fact his buddy was carrying most of the beers, he would have shot him with a rifle instead of some coyote. When exactly was the last time anyone in your family, hell, anyone alive, actually came out here, huh? Pushing the door, if you could call it that, with an incredulous expression upon his face, Adam wandered inside the wooden structure. Fucking stinks in here, he remarked, throwing open the windows at the back. Rolling his eyes, Jack joined him and opened the back door to the cabin. Okay, he conceded, it sure as hell ain't the Hilton. But, he added, taking in a deep lungful of fresh air from the back porch area, we are all alone in the open air, and it's a fuckload less expensive. So what could possibly happen? I hope that you buy our anthology and read and find out. Thank you.